Today, I'm going to cover how this client is on track to make over $1 million in less than 2 years. But before I jump into that, hey, I'm Nathan from Envision Property, and where I help time poor investors and families buy properties across the Brisbane market. In these videos, I like to share recent case studies where I've helped families and some tips and tricks to help you with buying a property. So this client, he's a local developer. He's been buying development sites for over the last 6 years, and he was just quite time poor at the time. So he chose to jump on board and become a client. I was then able to go through and contact all the agents in the area. So you've got calling agents, emailing agents, and also texting agents. Using those on a daily basis will allow you to get more opportunities. And through that, an agent responded to one of my emails I sent out. She had a guy that was wanting to potentially sell his property, but he wanted a longer settlement, and it just really fit the part. So, it was a block of land in a suburb called Holland Park with over 900 square meters of land. So in Brisbane, that means you can subdivide that block. So anything under $1 million at that time, this was back in 2019, was a really good deal. And we had the opportunity that he was asking around 900K. So I went in there, I managed to negotiate and get this property under contract for 900,000. Once we'd done the building and pest, I negotiated a further 10,000 off. So we bought this property for 890,000. That property today, only 2 years later, would easily be worth $1.4 to $1.6 million. Holland Park is a very prestigious part of Brisbane. You can have properties selling from $1 million all the way up to 3.5 million. So that's why we picked this particular area for this client. So I'm going to share my screen. I want to jump on and I want to show you this actual property. I want to show you they're nearly there. They're already marketing the new builds and run you through some of the numbers so you get a bit of an idea on, how these developers make money. So with this client, his budget was, over $2 million. And we managed to source this property for $890,000 at the time. He then went ahead and knocked down the house, and he's done 2 new builds across these 2 blocks. So from this point of view, he's then added in all the new services, and he could have sold each of the blocks for around 900K, but then he's decided to go ahead and do the new builds. The new builds are now going up, and the goal is really to sell those for around that 2.5 million. Plus, this is a really advanced property deal that I did get for this client. So it's not for your everyday investor, but I thought I'd just share this property deal to, first of all, show you the area. This is Holland Park as an area. It's roughly around 10 k's from the CBD. It's got access to a number of Logan Road to get to the CBD, but there's heaps of other roads to get into the city. So driving into the city is a breeze. There's hardly any congestion. You've also got all of your hospitals that are located south of the river. So it caters for a lot of doctors, high income earners, just in general. We've got the Brisbane Olympics coming. It's situated quite perfectly there with both capital growth, affluent buyers, and also the school catchment there, Cavendish State High School, is within one of the top 4 schools in Brisbane. Because we purchased this property for $890,000 off market, we're able to go through, get it under contract, and it made it feasible at that time. At the moment, if he was just to sell it the way that it is, he could have sold it for around 130, at least 1.4 mil, and he could have made probably a lot more money than subdividing it. But here's one of the deals. If you are looking to buy in the Brisbane market, feel free to reach out on the website, book a discovery call where I can run you through all this high growth suburbs, different strategies you can use. You can then grab that information, take it with you, and go running. Or you could be one of the small clients that I work with to help them buy their investment properties. But I guess to sum up, this particular property deal that I got for this client, the main aspect was we managed to find this property off market, and it was a distressed seller. The guy wanted to downsize. He didn't actually know where the value of his property was. So we're able to use that opportunity to buy the property at least 100 grand below market value as a bare minimum, negotiate a good purchase price, and do our due diligence to make sure it was subdividable. And at the end, this client has then executed on the strategy, and he's on track to make at least $1 million profit from this one deal in 2 years. See, this is the crazy thing around real estate. And, Brisbane itself, it's still a very affordable state to be buying in, and you can get these very, very profitable deals that you can either hold, which I always recommend holding for the long term, or you can go and action the deal, make your profits, and move on to the next one. But me personally, I always believe in buying and holding these deals for the long term. If he was to hold this deal, he would have made probably just the same amount of profit. But I hope this was able to shed some light on Holland Park as an area, great area to invest. Number one thing is make sure you buy the right property in the right location. If you want to learn more about the Brisbane market and you're looking to invest, get in touch for our website. Thanks for watching.